Hey guys, welcome. What do you think of this new setup? Something new I'm trying. Let me know what you think. Hit me up in the comment section. If it's your first time here, head down and click subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications. I really do appreciate it. Let's get into the video. What's up everybody? Welcome if you're new here. If you're not, welcome back. In this video, we're going to be going over the recent failure that we had on the trail, and we're going to replace the coolant bottle reservoir because we had a seal failure. It's a two-piece reservoir and it's separated because it was 100 degrees out on the trail and it just failed. I did order a new part, but in the interim, we fixed it on the trail with zip ties and we just dumped water into it and just kind of limped off the trail. I've gone into more detail with that on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, it's at Whiplash JLU. I'll put it down here so you can see. I do kind of post there a little bit more consistently. I also try to give heads up when we're going to be posting a new video. So head over to Instagram and give us a follow. I appreciate it. Anyways, so first thing we're going to do is drain the coolant out of the Jeep. If you don't have an aftermarket bumper, if you have a factory bumper, the easiest thing I think for you to do is to remove the 6 clips along the top, pop your hood, remove the 6 clips across the top of the grill, and then just pull your grill off. I have an aftermarket bumper and a winch and a bunch of stuff in the way that's going to make it difficult to do that. So instead, I actually have access from underneath. It's nice and open. I'll show you here in just a second. So once you drain all your coolant out, then we can actually get started installing the new coolant bottle. Let's get into it. I'm gonna try and get under here so you guys can see what I'm talking about here. So right under here, fortunately I can access it because my bumper's out of the way a good bit. So I don't know if you can see it. There it is right there. So that little guy, you have to turn in order to start getting fluid to drain it. So I didn't have a hose or anything to kind of guide it, but it had dripped all over this stuff. So, but I have more coolant that I can replace it with once I get it all swapped out. So yeah, you gotta turn that little guy right there and then you'll start getting flow. Don't overturn it. I think it's just a half turn or maybe one full turn. Can't remember, but turn that guy, you'll start getting fluid out of here. I didn't have a whole lot left just because it seems to be that I'm burning stuff off still. And the coolant bottle makeshift clampy trail repair that we did is still kind of leaking. So yeah, now we're gonna change that out. So just one more thing. You wanna make sure you take the cap out when you unscrew down at the bottom. So that way you have release that pressure so you can have the fluid all flow out. So these little clamps held up pretty good. So I'm definitely going to be keeping some of these in my recovery gear, in my tool bag and stuff like that, because they worked out pretty well for trail repair. And once I get done, I'm going to see if I can't salvage this factory piece. Here's the new one from the manufacturer. It took like a week to get out, even though I paid $17 for 1 day overnight, super awesome shipping that didn't take place. Anyways, so I'm gonna have to undo these clamps, cut all my zip ties, take this hose out, which is halfway held in. I'm gonna have to get the pliers to pull the rest of this nipple out of the hose because it broke off in the hose. And then there's one bolt down. Not sure if you guys can see it. Anyways, it's right underneath this clamp right here. There it is. That little guy right there. See him? So I'm going to loosen these guys up for this mount just because I found it a little bit difficult to reach this bolt. I'm hoping this will help. Cut another zip tie that's holding this harness in. And I'll replace that when I'm done. Hopefully this guy, there we go. That'll make it easier. So these were a 10. And then this little guy underneath, yeah, see, as you can see, here, let me just take this off. This seal underneath just completely failed. And that's what caused it to separate and impact up here on the roof. So now I just need to take a 12, buzz that little bolt off, unplug the hose underneath, and get the new one in. Okay, so looks like this little retainer bolt underneath is also a 10. Just because I'm scared of dropping this guy. There we go. 10. Looks like we still have a little bit of coolant in the chambers, so we're gonna try and figure out how I'm gonna get that out without spilling everywhere. I'm gonna take a trim panel removal tool here and just remove this little clip from here. It's a little Christmas tree type clip. It might be of your benefit to try and remove that before you loosen everything up, though, as I'm discovering. There we go, as you can see. And now I can move that out of the way. Okay, just so you can see what I'm working with here, still a fair amount of fluid that didn't get drained out. And as I was saying, the bib or nipple off of the reservoir bottle cap broke off into the hose. And then I can get all the lower assembly, which you can see right there, all this lower assembly off and onto the new bottle. Well, that is just the inner sleeve to that. There's a plastic piece that I gotta get out. Come on, baby. There we go.
that broke off inside with the sleeve also inside of it. So that's a pain to get out of that hose if you're ever trying to do it. Now I'm going to try and get that hose clamp right there. Now we'll be able to remove this piece, get it onto our new reservoir, and reverse. There we go. So I just pulled it back, and then I just got one shoulder over the side. So when I pulled it back, I just tried to slip one side down over this little shoulder, and then I was able to get it out. Okay, so when it came down to removing this elbow from this nipple right here, because it's normally like this, you see it has two vertical channels, one on the back, one on the front. That's one. And then on the back side here, they fit into the channels on this side and on this side. This was really seized up on here. It was really, really tight. It was difficult to get off. So what I did, you can come up with your own solution, but one option, if you're having some trouble like I was, is to stick either the handle of a wrench in here, or I used a handle of a 3/8 ratchet, or a screwdriver or something like that, something that's not going to damage the fitting itself, but basically you just insert something into that hole, and then just slam it on the ground, and this piece popped right up. So, little hack if you were having some trouble getting it off and it was seized up like mine was. I'm gonna try and clean that out a little bit. Okay, so with the old parts and pieces all put away, time to fit this sleeve. Just remember that the angle of the fitting goes away from this mounting hardware. Just slide it up in there, nice and snug, and then we'll replace the clip. Just gonna use some needle nose pliers, try and get this clip lined up into place, like so. Okay, so I think the best way to do this is to attach the mounting bracket to the bottle first, and then fish everything into the hose. And then you're gonna need to make sure that this bottom hole here gets mounted down here. There's a little mounting location right there. So that little upward facing nipple, you've got to make sure that this hole right here on the rear of the bottle is going to sit on. So with that being the case, I think now we'll be able to fish this hose on, set everything into place, mock it up, and then we'll be able to reattach this bracket with the Christmas tree right here onto the mounting bracket, and then replace this hose into the nipple. after you get the hose in, set that rear mounting bracket down below, and then these on the 2 posts up top. You can reinstall these post bolts. Final little bracket, and then you're basically done. Refill your system, look for leaks before you start putting any fluid in it. Make sure that you tighten up that plug at the bottom. That way you're not flushing fluid just all the way through your system.